accountability coach through the complete program, okay? So I'm really excited to be talking to you about the importance of why journaling your food is really, really important. Now, a lot of us, we just kind of, we're used to just eating, right? We'll just eat whatever we want on a day-to-day basis because we feel like, oh, well, we already know like our health and fitness goals. We already know what we're looking for. We already know what we're planning on eating, because like most of us on here feel like we already have like an idea, okay? So I wrote a book and it's all about health, weight loss, and beauty through Kefir, okay? But if you're in my accountability group, so I have quite a few of you on here that are on my accountability group, that's all about how to lose up to 30 pounds in 30 days through clean and organic eating. Also, drinking kefir consistently. The average person carries up to 30 pounds of toxins in their digestive tract. So what kefir does is it flattens your belly, builds muscle mass, right? It gives you youthful skin. So if you're dealing with any kind of eczema or rosacea, kefir is really, really good for that. It's also great for bone, building up your bone density. Of course, the calcium is amazing in there. And also too, if you suffer from lactose, if you're lactose intolerant, the kefir actually builds your lactose in your body because it eats the sugars and the lactose in the milk. So if you're drinking kefir made with live kefir grains, which is totally different than store-bought kefir, okay, you all know how I feel about that if you've been following me, then you will love just the calming properties in it, the healing properties in it. But what you need to do is you need to take it on a daily basis because your belly, right? It's the length of 2 tennis courts. And what we want to do is make sure that all of that is toxic, all those toxins are out of your body to keep your belly flat, right? Okay, so what I always have my clients do is I have them journal on a daily basis their, what their eating habits. And the reason is because a lot of us think we know what a calorie count is, or we know our macros as far as like, oh, this has this much protein in it, this has so much carbs. But really, a lot of us, once we actually start journaling and we start looking back on our day, we're like, okay, that's why I'm not getting the health benefits that I thought I was getting, okay? So journaling food and symptoms, and also too, if you're starting to feel like bloated or you're getting headaches, a lot of times too, it's just like, you look back and you're like, wow, I didn't even drink any water that day, or I ate way too many of this or that, which was causing bloating. And everyone's body is different. So it's really important. When you go on my program, I have my clients do this for 4 months because it sets you up for life, okay? So a lot of times those foods that you thought weren't going to be a big deal in your life, they really are foods that do not work well with your particular body type, okay? And so what we do is we work through that, and then what happens is then you go through the rest of your life knowing, okay, go off the path, you can get back on because you've already have your journal. You've been journaling for 4 months. So, I mean, some of my clients stay with me forever. I have some clients that have been with me for years. But it's just a great way to go, right? Okay, so if you have digestive troubles or any symptoms that might be related to the gut health, okay, a food journal can be your best friend. Because even if I'm a nutritionist, right? I'm a certified holistic nutritionist and a dietary health coach. So I can help you along all of that. But if you're not being honest with me on what you're eating, you know what I mean? Then it's very hard for any nutritionist to help guide you, to set you up for success in life if you're not, if you don't even really know what you're looking for, right? So it's very important. So keeping track of what you eat and how your body reacts can really help you identify the foods that are really troublesome for your body, like the foods that aren't going to work for you, okay? So it's really important to take a hold of your digestive health. And A lot of times too, when I work with my clients, like they think they're doing the right thing. They're like, I'm getting my nuts in, my avocados, things like that, but they don't realize that or oils. I'm only doing like olive oil or coconut oil, but they don't realize like the calorie intake of nuts, oils, avocados is so high that you actually have to work out a lot more in order to flatten your belly, get rid of all of those fat cells. So what I do is I shift you into whole nutrient foods that are great for you, but that they're low in calorie and that they're detoxing at the same time, so you can get the maximum results that you're looking for in the shortest amount of time, right? Very important. Okay, so even people with no digestive problems can benefit from logging this in, especially if you, like I say 4 months, but even if you're like, oh, I'm so healthy, I don't have any issues, even just tracking for 2 to 3 weeks is really important, because it really does help you. And also too, like just knowing things like an apple is 95 calories, the nutrients in it, this is how it makes me feel. So when you're in those places where where your judgment might be a little bit skewed, or you're not quite on point, you can be like, okay, this actually works really well for my body. This is when I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling, it's building my muscle mass and all that. Because like I say, everyone's body's different, okay? So I've got a lot of vegetarians on here, vegans, those who eat meat, those who just do fish and poultry. So what might work for one doesn't work for another, right? Okay, so you may be able to identify the unhealthy eating patterns, such as taking too much sugar, frequently skipping meals, or not eating enough vegetables. So this is something that I noticed too, like people will be like, oh yeah, I got this down, and then I'm reading their food journal, I'm like, when was the last time you had any kind of vegetable? You know what I mean? And so really identifying that, or just noticing that there's way too much sugar, like someone might be doing oatmeal, but it could be like a maple, just some kind of maple oatmeal, and when you look on the back of it, it's like full of sugar. And instead of just pure maple syrup, some organic cream. So those make a big difference too. Just reading the label too is everything when it comes to health, fitness, detoxing, all of that, right? Okay, so and then you can track your food intake. This is what I say, just in an old-fashioned way. I mean, people are like, there's all these apps on your phone. I have my personal clients get a food journal that I feel like is really important, but really it's just writing it down. When you take pen to paper, you just write it down, you just journal it down, what time you ate, what you ate, how much you ate of that, and the calorie count, okay? Then really it's amazing how powerful it is, especially like sometimes, especially as mamas, right? So we always feel like we're always standing up and getting things done for our kids, right? And a lot of times it's like we'll make them pancakes, and they didn't eat all their pancakes. So next thing you know, us as mamas, we're eating the rest of their pancakes, and we don't even realize that we've actually, next thing you know, we ate 3 pancakes. We weren't using pure maple syrup. We were using like, I don't know, like a syrup that was just generated. So there was like zero health content in it. You know what I mean? So when you really write it down, it really helps you form those good habits of noticing what the right path is to take for you. And then it just makes it easier through your day to stay lean and fit and healthy and all of that. Okay, so and then like I was saying, there's like a lot of online sources too that help track, that can help track you. So, and we all have our cell phones, right? So our smartphones that we can use as well. So just taking an honest look at what you eat and how often you eat, it can be just really, really helpful in choosing to improve your diet, okay? Because, life should be easy, fun, and real, right? So we shouldn't always have to be focusing like, oh my goodness, like every meal shouldn't be like this high drama meal, right? We should already know in our head, okay, we'll do this much chicken, we'll have some sweet potato, rice, all of that. We'll have our kale, we'll have a salad, And also just knowing how much salad dressing we're adding so that, you know, we could have a whole plate of a salad and it only be 150 calories, but then we go buck wild on the blue cheese salad dressing and all of a sudden it's literally 800 calories. And then we throw some croutons on there, then we throw some cheese, okay? Then next thing you know, like our 150 calorie meal ends up being literally 1,200 calories. I mean, it's really just watching all those things and making that a habit so that you're aware, okay? So this will make you realize some of the foods that you're eating might have a negative effect on your body as well, okay? So really just going in there and, like, for example, I love this example. You may find out that gluten triggers uncomfortable symptoms. Well, you know, your brother or mom or someone else might have like an issue with dairy. So really just going in there and being like, what is triggering me? What causes me to feel bloated? What causes me not to feel my best? What causes me not to actually feel like I have energy, okay? Because energy is huge, all right? What am I eating or drinking at night before I go to bed? Because I'm not really getting solid sleep, okay? Also, too, I have a lot of clients where I have some clients that it works better for them to drink kefir first thing in the morning when their pH levels are really low. But I also have quite a few clients who will do half of a vial in the morning, the other half in the afternoon. And then I also have several clients, including myself, who actually drink kefir before we go to bed because of the calming properties in it, and it's just really good to help us sleep. So everyone, even in the kefir world, right, what time we take it is, you know, just varies from person to person. It's crazy. So I just wanted to come before you here, and if you all have any questions or concerns, or if you need to get in touch with me about anything, like I said, I am an accountability coach. I do it all as far as body, soul, mind, and spirit, okay? So I'm here to help you through the process. If you're looking for healing, trying to find weight loss, I also work with a lot of clients that are overcoming different addictions, so I work with them as well. So if you need any of that information, please get in touch with me. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can leave a comment below, or my contact information is on there, so you can also get in touch with me through there. But if this brought value to you, please go ahead and like and share, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.